Good afternoon, my name is Lorrie. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. This weather, it's what my friend would have called a cat in a hat kind of day. Nobody goes outside to play. It's raining, and then it's raining harder, then it's raining less, then it's raining even harder. So there's no issue with light coming in this big beautiful window beside me today. The deer were in earlier to eat. The first one in to eat is always the same deer. We call her Miss Piggy. Nothing seems to deter her. The dog barking his little head off. Nothing. And she is always the last one to leave. She is a little piggy. So when the deer come in early, oh, that's probably not a good sign. So we're inside today. I am keeping busy. I have some things to share with you and show you. Now, when I started this channel last October, I had more things in my space, my small space, than I do now. At the end of October, right before we packed up and migrated south for the winter, I moved cubbies and drawers and things like that to one of the spare bedrooms, which at the moment is cold enough it could be a meat locker. We keep it closed off when we don't have guests at this time of the year, so we don't have to heat it. And it is rather chilly back there, but here you can see all these things that I moved from my little tiny sewing space behind the sofa to the back spare bedroom. And it's where I keep all of my cut scraps and some jewelry making things, lots and lots of things. Now there are some empty drawers here, scary as that might be, that I need to change a little bit of my filing system from big containers to small drawers. But then it'll work out just fine. This is one of the things that I've discovered. In West Virginia, I have that big, beautiful design wall. Here, I don't have a design wall at all. So today, I took pictures of the weather blocks that I finished this past week on the nice black bedspread in that same room. The light in the bedrooms here is meant for sleeping. It is not meant for lounging in bed and reading a book or anything like that, because here's an example. There are two lamps in this bedroom. We call it the southwest room because we have decorated in southwest decor. Here is the antique, one of the antique lamps that's in there, and it has a yellowish shade, so even when it's turned on and bright, it's not very bright. So thank goodness for the flash on the camera to help us out. But I'm using the black bedspread for the design wall today. The weather blocks. I still have this basket from home. I've made 7 of the blocks out of the basket. And the last thing I need to say about the weather is that the April sheet today that I'm filming this, the April sheet has one more day of data collection, and then it will be time to cut those blocks out. I will do that later on because I need to bring all the block making fabric basket with me on my next trip. So, next up, the applique update. So on the table, I have been showing you the different techniques on Upskill Monday, different techniques to applique. I have all but the center flower appliqued on this nice big block. So here it is laying on the table. The other design wall for today, since I don't have one, I do have an idea on how to build a little design wall, so I can have one here to put up just to show you projects. But I got the small corner flowers all done, and it really didn't take as long as I thought it would, about an hour or so for each one. And then I just have the middle one to do. And then I have to decide how I'm going to quilt it and embellish it, because I am going to embellish it. Since I'm going to use it as a wall hanging, I have some beads in mind for that. My next topic for today, since I'm looking out the window and watching it rain and the water run down the road like a river, I pulled out my Christmas kit to work on today, and the next block up is partially assembled. It's 3 little stockings in a row, and I did most of the hard work. I just need to finish assembling it and add it to the pile of blocks. So far I have 4 blocks. This will be block number 4 technically, because one of the early blocks there was 2 of, but it will be done in just a matter of a few seams. So I figured I'd get that done on a rainy day. I have been trimming triangles. Not that it looks like I've made much progress, but I'm slowly trimming triangles, and I have an organization system handy for that. Hopefully by next time you see me, I will make a little more progress. And the last topic for today's Blabfest. Someone asked me, Marion asked me if the machine, this machine right here, that I've been using, if it's a treadle or not a treadle. It's not a treadle. We will use the treadle. Eventually I will do some filming with the treadles, because there's 2 different kind of treadle machines here in this little house. This one, and I'll pop up some pictures here right beside me. This one is, according to its serial number right here, is a 1928 Class 99 Singer sewing machine. It has a knee bar. I'd never seen one of these until my dad found this again, like the little white one. He found this one at a flea market, but this time in Pennsylvania. I paid $35 for this one also, and I use this little machine. It's a mid-size. It's not one of the biggest huge ones, but it's a nice mid-size, and I love this knee bar. It does make it difficult to find a chair to push in, because if you bump it just a little bit, it'll make the motor not really run, but get hot. So you have to make sure, and turning the light on and off does not turn the machine on and off. Unplugging it or turning off the power bar it's plugged into is the only way to turn it off. There is no real on and off switch on this machine. So I do love using this machine, and it has some power, it has some giddy up. It doesn't take much of a push with the knee pedal, and I like the knee pedal in many ways better than a foot pedal. I never have to chase the knee pedal around. Oh, Nugget's on Deer Patrol. He hears something. He's always such a helper. Always such a helper. And because of the big window, he can see everything. Right, Nug? Yeah, he's doing the cowardly lion growl. Anyway, let me know what you're working on and what you're getting finished little by little. Share with me. Talk to me. I will have more things for you next week. I'm going to quilt camp, and I am sure that I will have lots of eye candy to share with you. Friday night at quilt camp is show and tell, drag and brag, my favorite part. Not that it's not all good, but that is one of my favorite parts. So see you on Monday with Upskill Monday, and we will be doing Hawaiian applique. Thank you for watching. Remember, like and subscribe to help me grow my channel.